So we're at the vaal on Thursday. Hello everybody, welcome to Betway's Waiter to Win. Time to have a look at the card today and hopefully get some winners out of Daryl Marie this afternoon. I hope you're also having a good time in this festive period as we build up to Christmas week. So our 0691643272 WhatsApp number, please continue to engage. And of course the QR code that's on your 240 screen at the moment for you to open up your Betway account to constantly give away their promotions and all that sort of stuff, particularly with reference to the festive season now. All right, so in as far as the second race on the card is concerned, I can tell you that this horse number 7, Agog, is top of the boards at 6-10 to win this. One Milan's World is trading at the moment at 4-1 as the second favourite. Number 4, District Attorney, is trading at around 5-1, and then you can get 14-1 and better about the balance. 0727679175. That's the number you send the word hi to for Blue Voucher. They're giving away Blue Vouchers, and hopefully you're on the receiving end. I had such good feedback. Remember you said to me, we're in the dark, and I said, did you ever watch that movie with Al Pacino?
I remember that,
And
yes.
you can't believe the feedback I got from people, telling me it was a movie called Scent of the Woman. And what do you mean Daryl Marie doesn't watch movies?
I don't have time for that, Clyde. I'm watching replays.
So I said, no, he's watching replays. He's not busy with movies, isn't it?
I watch BBC Food, Sports and Racing. That's it.
This was hard to beat, 6-10. We've got a rerun for you. Maybe we should just talk it through and have a look at this horse over the last couple of 100 metres. It does run in David Shaw's colours. You'll pick it up now. It's in the orange, Daryl. Looked like he was going to go through and win.
Yes, and I think just Greeners beat him on this occasion. I must admit, Clyde, the winner showed a lot of guts when winning here. The third place run on the outside, Force Publique, has come out and franked that form. And look at the three of them. They're now dominating the finish. Lovely, lovely debut. Now, I had a look at his siblings. Viva Rio ran second in the Cape Guineas, and the Hollywood Bets Cape Guineas is coming up this weekend. He ran second in the Grade 1. And the other half-brother, also by Oratorio, won over 2,000 meters. The only reservation is that he hasn't been around the bend. And he was green on debut, but surely Clyde, he's good enough to run in the top 2. So banker in the opening leg of the bipod, number 7. How do you pronounce it? Agoge.
Agoge. Okay, we'll banker that. Let's banker it. In the bipods, at the moment, it's 6-10 on the Wednesday morning when doing the show, and it does look very hard to beat. From a bipod perspective, there it is. It looks like a much better card on Thursday in terms of attractive horses and all that sort of stuff. We have got a few bankers in this bipod, and it's only $36. Let's move on to our next race on the card now. We are now talking about race number 3. And we'll have a look at the betting in just a moment in terms of the third race. It's an apprentice handicap, and they're going, of course, over 1,800 metres. We've got a replay for you. We're going to show you in a minute. It's, of course, called Sky Pillar Rock. I can tell you from a betting perspective that Sky Pillar Rock is trading at around 11-10. 2 Hopscotch is at 7-2. The 5 Commander of All is also trading around 4-1 or thereabouts. And the 7 Circle of Grace is at 7-1. They bet 10-1 and better about the balance. This is Sky Pillar Rock's last start. We'll take a look at it here. Daryl moves up, stays on well. The winner does go much better though.
Yes, that winner was trained by Gareth Van Zyl, the Raider. Yeah, Clyde, he was staying on over here. Now, this was over a mile. He's not a miler, this was. Towards his outside, running on best of all, is a horse by the name of Open Highway, who came out and franked the form by winning a very nice race over the weekend. Like I said, Clyde, he's not a miler. In his penultimate start, I was wrong. He didn't stay. So this is a bit of a sweet spot for him, and he's done extremely well on the Vaal Classic track. The only thing I can say is that it is an apprentice handicap, and I don't want to see horses cut throats or because he can go to the front, this horse. So I don't mind him sitting second or even up front, just as long as he's relaxed, and I expect him to run into the top two. That's why the reason I bankered him in both the PA and the bar pot. In saying that, I'm not running out and having a bet on him at his current price, but I do believe he is the right horse. So banker number 1, Sky Pillar Rock, in the opening leg of the place accumulator.
Okay, so not an on-the-nose bet, but certainly in the PA, we're quite sure that this will run in the top 3. Place accumulator's got 2 bankers in there, and it costs 72 Rand. Let's get on to race number 4 on the card. Here's the latest on the betting this morning. Number 4, Baynak, is top of the boards. A little bit of money for that. Open 4 to 1, trading around 5 to 2, 28 to 10 at the moment. 3, Chestnut Bomber, is at 9 to 2. Number 5, Battleground, is trading at 6 to 1. The 1, King's Express, is 7 to 1. 2, Hawkbill, 7 to 1. And then 8 to 1, quite a few of them, like 7, Jordan, the 8, Tommy Shelby, the 9, Flashy Apache, they're all 8s. And then you can get 20, 25 to 1 about the balance. So just a reminder about Blue Voucher. They are giving away good money in terms of vouchers anyway. Just send the word hi to that WhatsApp number 0727679175. They ask you 2 very easy questions. And who knows, it may well be you that they respond to. And you could be the winner of 5,000 this week in Blue Vouchers. We've got Source Flashy Apache's last start. He's one of those trading at about 8 to 1 at the moment. This was when he was second to Diesel's Shadow. We'll show you that particular replay. Didn't mind the run. I thought, Savannah on board, taking the 4 off its back, got a chance on Thursday.
He's got a chance. Clyde, towards his inside is Jordan, who also contests this very same race. He was staying on into 5th, and you can see Flashy Patchy was going away from him in the latter stages. Yeah, it was a fair effort, Clyde. This horse hasn't seen the winner's enclosure in close on 3 years, so you can't be overly bullish.
3 years, eh?
Yeah, 1,087 days. Let him earn another check.
Yeah.
If he wins, he kicks me out because I don't have him in.
Is it?
I've only gone with numbers 3 and 4. Now, Baynak, going into the consolation, people are saying he's probably one of the best or the most underrated horses in the country, because he certainly ran above his rating behind the equator, beating Parisian Walkway. And then in the 2000, I just don't think he saw it out. Marco must have been over the moon with where he positioned this horse. He was 3rd on the fence. He hit the front and he just emptied out. So he comes back to the 1800. Maybe at this stage of the career, or of his racing career, this is the right trip for him. Take note, Marco rides him, Clyde, not Callan. Callan's not riding.
Callan, yeah.
So Marco knows him extremely well, and he's got a neat draw. So he's going to take all the beating in my mind. When he won on the Vaal Classic track, I think it was with Pierce Radom, he bolted up on that occasion. Just go back to the Count Hutuku run. Look who was ahead of him. Chestnut Bomber. And he's better off at the weights on that run. Yes, Baynak was caught out wide in that race. And Baynak holds him on the Aladdin's Lamp run. But Chestnut Bomber is another horse that doesn't see out 2,000 meters. Keegan DeMello from a 1-stall gate. I don't believe there's going to be much separating the two of them. I've played the safe route. I got a preference for Baynak, but I've included Chestnut Bomber. 4 from 3 for me in that order.
So just 2 horses in the first leg of the pick 6?
No more for me, Clyde.
You happy with that, eh?
You can have Flashy.
Okay. Okay, 2 horses, Chestnut Bomber and Baynak in Daryl's pick 6. We are bankering in the second leg of the pick 6 today. Daryl's bankering that horse, Buffalo Storm Cody. We've got a rerun of Buffalo Storm Cody coming up just now. This is a Pinnacle Stakes over 1,000 metres, and a horse like Buffalo Storm Cody is weighted, he's best in by a few pounds, a few kilos. and he's in very, very good form at the moment, Buffalo Storm Cody. The market is as follows about this horse. Let's pull it up quickly and give you an idea as to how they're betting. And at this point in time, he's trading at around 5.5 to 10. That's the call on Buffalo Storm Cody. 4 Taxi to the Moon is trading at around 9 to 2. 2 William Robertson is 8 to 1. 5 Chieftain is at 17 to 2. The 7 Karate Kid, much the same, 17 to 2. And then you can get 20 to 1 and better about the balance. All right, so they've taken the 7 to 10, I think, about Buffalo Storm Cody, and the 6 to 10 is now 5 to 10. So hard to beat.
Very hard to beat, Clyde. I think he's won 6 from 7 as a gelding. I mean, he hasn't done anything wrong. The day he got beat was at Greyville around the bend. I know he won the Grade 1 at Greyville too, but things really didn't pan out for him on that occasion. And he really closed in starkly behind I Am Giant. Yeah, Clyde. So we can say he's best in, but we can also say that he's earned his rating of a 1200. This is 1000. Now, he's only ever run one race over 1000, and that was when he won his debut. He bolted up on the inside track. I don't foresee any problems.
Do you want to have a look at his last start quickly?
Yes, let's have a look.
Let's have a look at that last start, if we can, please, of Buffalo Storm Cody, so Daryl can just talk us through it.
Yeah, so on this occasion, Clyde, I mean, he already hit the front at 400 meters from home, and he was staying on with William Robertson towards his inside, running a lovely race. William Robertson this time round is worse off at the weights because Trent has lost his claim. So I don't think William Robertson can reverse the form. Eh? Do you?
No, yeah, not on that.
I think
not on what we just saw.
No.
But William's good, eh?
William's top class. I actually think
class.
William runs into the money once again over here, Clyde.
Does he run second?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I certainly hope so.
Taxi to the Moon, second favourite from
Taxi to the Moon, the stable companion, is in receipt of a lot of kilograms from his from Buffalo Storm Cody, as much as 10 kilograms, Clyde. That was a very congested finish last time out in the Golden Loom handicap. I watched Taxi to the Moon going through the 400. I thought a few others quick and better than him, and he really stayed on startly in the latter stages. Only just finding Cosmic Speed or Cosmic Star too good for him. Cosmic Star ran a cracking second behind Pistol Pete in the new turf carriers. If it was a 1200, I don't think Taxi to the Moon beats his stable companion, but I would have made him my second choice. But 1000, I'm still leaning towards William Robertson. So I'm going in order 1, 2, 4. But I think this is once again a great race that Tony's found for his connections. Why let him stand in the box, Clyde? Let him come to the track and earn 118,000 for his connections.
Well, we're going to spend 160 Rand on the jackpot, bankering Buffalo Storm Cody. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Let's move on to the next race on the card, race number 6. It's a Pinnacle Stakes over 1,500 metres. Quite a competitive race, this. There are a few in terms of the weights and ratings that can win. In fact, they've all got chances. Also, like Tagan's Champ comes in narrowly, best in, but really narrowly, ahead of a horse like Musical Score, who I think might run a big sort of race. I want to show a replay of his to you just now. In terms of the market, well, let's have a look at what they're thinking on the Wednesday morning before the race meeting. Number 3, Argo Alley, is top of the boards, and that's trading at around 2 to 1 or thereabouts. 4 Tagan's Champ is at 28 to 10. 2 Musical Score is trading at around 4 to 1. 1 Texas Red is at 6 to 1, and you can get 6 to 1 about the 8 Red Bomber. 10 to 1, that horse Hotter Ruby, and 33 to 1. I beg your pardon, 33 to 1 Otter Ruby, 10 to 1 That's My Baby. I got that mixed up. And they have now taken out that horse Navajo Nation is not running. Scratch number 6, not taking part. Open for you too, hard race?
Yes, I think a lot of these horses are prepping for the Heritage. So that they may win, but they're certainly not at their best. Let's go have a look at that replay that you pulled up, Clyde. I believe it's the third to Schwarzenegger. You can see who's alongside him on his inside now, switching to the inside, and that's Fire Attack. Yeah, this was during the middle of winter at Turfentine. I like this effort. He was staying on in the latter stages. Some nice sorts in this race. Pumpkin Pie's also in there. Kamensky, Schwarzenegger, and very, very nice sorts himself. So Clyde, musical score since then, he has had 2 starts. He's come back run on the inside track behind Tin Pan Alley, and then last time out in the Charity Mile, he was just too far out of his ground, but staying on. Clyde, this horse has actually had 2 runs at the Vaal at Hoodlarkers Park, right?
Yes.
And he's unbeaten at the Vaal. This is his first run on the classic track, though. And he's got a neat draw. And he's peaking now. So I think you found the right horse over here. I'm going to be leaning towards number 2, Musical Score, as a likely winner. I'll go Ali. Nothing wrong. I'm sure prepping for the Heritage. He's drawn 1. Felisande is probably going to let him have a good blowout over here, so he can win it. Texas Red. Lovely effort last time out. MK gets on extremely well for him. He's won 4 races on him. Probably going to be given a chance. Asked to drop him in and let him run on. That's my baby. Should get the run of the race. And this may well be Michel's first winner.
Nice. Is this her first ride or not?
I'll give him a chance.
How many rides?
No, she's had a few rides.
Had a few rides.
Yes. Red Bomber ran above his rating last time out. I've even included him. I think this is very, very competitive. And I haven't even touched on the favourite.
So
Sagan's Champ.
Yes. Is that
Who's
favourite?
got no weight to shoulder. I thought you said his
I know,
favourite.
yeah, it's a 28 to 10 second favourite. It's all right up there, yeah. It's one of the favourites. Tell me about Michelle a little bit.
Well, she's a French jockey, but
Johnny Girodis interviewed her on
she's
Summer
done a
Cup
lot
Day,
of
hey?
she's done a lot of travelling as a jockey, Clyde. She's ridden in most countries.
And she's entitled to the 1.5 because
Yes.
that's our rule here.
Yeah,
Not because she hasn't ridden 50 winners yet.
not
right?
at all.
No.
Not like
Okay, cool, but that's good to know. That's the latest on this race, and that's our recommended double. Palace Prince to win the next race on the card, priced up at around 18 to 10 at the moment. Number 9, Dylan's Champ, is currently trading around 3 to 1. 3, Master Christmas, is at 6 to 1. 4, Master Ship is at 6 to 1. 8 to 1 about the 7, Cape Forgot. And then it is 14 to 1 and better about the balance. Okay, we got a rerun for you. We're going to show that to you in a minute. It's that horse, Palace Prince. I think it's his last start when he won, right? It was on the 27th of November. So we'll show you that. This was at Turfentine on this occasion when Palace Prince won. There he is. He picks it up here. Daryl, the last 150?
Yeah, he actually went start to finish on this occasion, Clyde. You need to watch the early stages of this race. I just thought he was doing too much and he was going to fall in a roll. For him to have kept going like he did was very, very commendable. And he even gave the runner-up 5.5 kilograms. And the runner-up got to him. I like that he won on around the bend, Clyde, because I was of the opinion that he was always showing his better run or better forms up the straight because of his one eye, or because he only had one eye, or has only got one eye. He did pick up a hefty penalty for his last one. The handicappers were very, very impressed. Maximum £8. So he needs to up his game once again, but he can most certainly do that. Go back a few runs and you'll see he ran 3.5 lengths behind Mastership. Now on that occasion, it was a mile, okay? And he was travelling a bit too hard. But strictly on that run, Mastership beat him, and Mastership is, if I'm not mistaken, 3.5 kilograms better off with him. And Mastership's drawn 1. So Mastership must be a huge runner here, Clyde.
Must be.
Then go back in form behind Obsidian on the 14th of August. Mastership and Master Christmas ran alongside each other. And Master Christmas is 2.5 kilograms better off with Mastership.
Yeah.
So that brings Master Christmas into contention. And Care Forgot is best weighted. If you go to the best weighted column, because it's a middle stake, she comes in best in over here, albeit 0.5 kilogram. But she's better than her last start. So I've included her. I've got a preference for mastership of yeah. Still go at number 1 with Marco van Rensburg, and I respect the others. I've included all of numbers 3, 4, 6, 7, and 9. I just want to say, Clyde, that Dylan's Champ is another one that also picked up a hefty penalty for his last victory. Hence me leaning towards mastership as the likely winner.
A lot of these horses are lining up for the World Sports Betting Grand Heritage in a couple of weeks, so make a note of that. And have a look at Daryl's selections in race 10 for those of you looking for the very last race today. I know we get that request often. Right at the back, he likes 1, 3, 8 and 10. Okay, we go to a handicap now, and now it's for the fillies and mares. It's over 1,600 metres. Remember, we are on the classic track, so it's not a straight course. It's the course that goes around the turn, and it should run at around 10 past 4. The latest, let me bring you up to speed with Wednesday's betting for this race. And number 1, Do It With Diamonds, is favourite, currently priced up at 2 to 1. There's been money for Do It With Diamonds. You could have got 4 to 1 earlier in the week for those of you who were looking. Right now, 2 to 1 may end up going 5 to 2. I don't know, but that's the latest there. 2 Bakwena is trading at 33 to 10 or 7 to 2 or thereabouts. 8 Warm Reception is at 9 to 2. 4 Jabera 5 to 1. Number 6 Streisand is at 8 to 1 and 8 to 1 as well about number 9. That was Princess Ilaria. And then you can get something like 10 to 1 and better about the balance. Fair performance from Do It With Diamonds last time. Savannah Valgello rode her. We'll have a look at that last start. Gavin Larina's now stepping into the saddle, if you want to call it that. And she does move up. She gets into the fight, but she gets in the mood, eh?
Lovely filly, Clyde, or mare now. She's done nothing wrong. Tony put her away, and she's improved with each and every one of her starts since then. Yeah, she's dogged over here. Just went down a neck or a head. Yeah, staying on. My concern, Clyde, is she's had a few runs over a mile in the past, and she's never actually won over a mile. And I think at this stage of her career, she's actually more an 1,800 or 2,000 meter. Yeah, but I can see her winning. She's most certainly fit, and she gets stronger handling in the irons, doesn't she? So I can see her winning, definitely. But Quena, staying on nicely behind Kieshoten, just ahead of her with the Betway Summer Cup winner, Maka Blend in her last start. In that same race was Gerbera. Gerbera ran flat, Clyde. If Gerbera comes back to her better form, she'll take all the beating over here. But I've expected so much from her, and she's really disappointed me. But based on her penultimate starts, I was very impressed. And a similar performance to that will see her in the winner's enclosure.
Well, she's in a handicap now. She hasn't been, I mean, she's been contesting at higher level, hasn't she?
And then Warm Reception, the 3-year-old Clyde. Unfortunate for her, I think that was the starling last time out. She just got no luck in running. She was posted 3 wide, and for an inexperienced filly, it's never easy at Turfentine. So put a line through that effort, Clyde. Here's a filly that's been stepped up in trip. Her dam won the filly's mile. And her sire is a stay in blood. So she's going to prove underrated over this trip. Muzi, I know she comes into this race under sufferance, Clyde. She's 5 pounds under sufferance. I'm not concerned about that whatsoever. This is a lovely filly in the making. I actually thought she's one of the leading lights for the Classic. And yeah, she does take on some hard knockers, but she won't disgrace herself. Gerbera comes back to a better form. We're probably going to be leaning towards her ahead of Warm Reception, Respect for Bakwena, and Do It With Diamonds.
Okay. That's what we're looking at from Daryl's perspective. Warm Reception, definitely a runner. And that also, Gerbera is the other one that Daryl likes a lot. Doubles into the back with 6 and 8. Okay, the 9th race on the card is an apprentice handicap, divided handicap it is, fillies and mares, over 1,600 metres. Should run at around 1:45 or thereabouts, the 9th race on the card. And the betting have got them as follows in this 9th race. The favourite is Grace's Kiss, number 6 on the card, is currently priced up at around 3 to 1. I think it is 3-1 Grace's Kiss. 7 Opera Fan is trading also 3-1 joint favourites. 3 Ringa Ringa Rosies. That's currently priced up at 7-2. And number 8, the Mightiest, has gone out to 8-1 at this point in time. They are betting 10-1 and better about the balance. We've got a rerun which shows you Grace's Kiss and Ringa Ringa Roses. You can take us through both.
Yes, and Opera Fan.
And
Opera Fan's on the fence in second. Ringa Ringa Roses has hit the front under Gavin Lorena. And look at Grace's Kiss, Clyde. Going through the 300, she was in trouble to run a place. And she was staying on best of all, in my opinion, over there. She comes into this race, if I'm not mistaken, 7 kilograms better off with Ringa Ringa Roses. She's only having her second start. I know Ringa Ringa Roses is also lightly raced. And now she's back at the Vaal, Woodlarkers Park. But strictly at the weights, Ringa Ringa Roses is going to be under pressure to fend them off. Even a filly like Opera Fan, who's now, the claiming apprentice only takes 2.5 kilograms off her back, is also weighted to reverse that form with Ringa Ringa Roses. So out of that rerun, I'm going to say they're going to run exactly in the opposite finishing position. I'm going Grace's Kiss ahead of Opera Fan and Ringa Ringa Roses. But all 3 have gone into my perms because this is an apprentice handicap, Clyde. And anything can happen. It's never easy. A lot of it is pace dependent. I'm not ruling out the Mightiest. Your filly. Yeah. I liked what I saw last time out on the classic, on the Vaal main track. She was staying on against the boys. And take note, she's ridden by the most experienced Appy. Kubedi Dihaba is winning a lot of these apprentice races despite claiming. So she's well drawn. She's only got 54 to shoulder. And you can see she's off a very competitive mark because she's down to 68. She proved that last time out. I'm leaning towards numbers 6 and 8 over here. And you can see with my, if you're wanting to take a double with my Jackpot 2 selections, I included all of numbers 1, 3, what was it? 8 and 10 in the last leg.
Okay, that's what Daryl's doing in the double. Only thing with the Mightiest takes forever to get going, but certainly got to have a factor. Of course, it's the Colt Skinnies, the Hollywood Bets Colt Skinnies coming up this weekend, so some good racing. And you're still on that big horse?
Betway's ambassador, Mark de Cox, on his way down to take on the blonde Bombshell. It's going to be interesting.
What do you think? Have you made your mind up yet?
Well, at the rating, Clyde, Jan van Goen's a certainty. But he's taking on a very, very nice horse who we've been waiting to contest races on the summer course. That longer running. Give me rules. Yeah. Right. I don't think you need to look past the 2 of them, Clyde.
Will you have one for us on the weekend, Christmas again, or what?
No, don't even go there. That blew up in flames.
You know the saying, no good deed?
Yeah, don't be...
No good deed what?
Yes, correct, Clyde.
Goes unpunished. Don't ever forget that. All right, here's the last race, the last double. 6 and 8 by 1, 3, 8 and 10.